In about 1.5 hours, me and my husband have to leave this bus, and I would like to share with you guys what our experience was living in this place for the last 20 hours. So I'll give you a quick recap of what happened yesterday. We were here with my family, we grilled some meat on the barbecue, we played an elaborate intellectual game, of course created by me, with an obstacle course that they absolutely hated, and also just some chill games like Crocodile. I think that we had a great time, and I feel like for the 6 of us, this bus was pretty small, but it is designed for a max of 4 people. So only me and my husband stayed for the night, only the 2 of us. And this morning, I started thinking that, yeah, I had a really, really good time here, but there were some negative aspects to the experience, and I would like to discuss both pros and cons with you guys in this video. So the first pro is that the bus is extremely authentic. I'm really happy that the people who decided to create this project, they did not go the typical route of just buying standard, I don't know, A-frame glamping houses that are used. I'll attach some photos around me. They decided to do something extremely unique, and I believe that they are the first people in our region to build such a project, so good for them. The second pro is that they really encapsulated the Soviet atmosphere through the decor in this bus. So they put a Soviet refrigerator, a radio, like a vintage styled kettle and microwave. So they really paid attention to details, and they also put some retro car figurines on the counter, which was a nice touch. And that makes it that much more Instagrammable, if you can say that word. Okay, the third pro is that they created on the rooftop of this bus a seating area for 2 people to watch the stars and sunbathe. I think it's a great combination. I'm just kidding. It just adds another like magical touch to the place. And in the summer, I would totally come back here for that experience alone. Of course, the next pro is that they have all the amenities that a typical glamping would have, so they checked off almost every box. But since the people who created this glamping, they were men, they did not have any Q-tips or cotton pads or anything that a woman would need as an essential. I'm just comparing to the other glamping that I've been to. The other glamping really ensured that as a woman I have a really nice experience. So I guess they have some space to learn. Another pro is that the bed has panoramic views of the forest. It has an electric heated blanket, and it has this miniature nightlight, which is a small version of this bus. The next pro is that they have a handbook that they have created of how to use everything, so that you don't have to call them all the time if you have a question. The book was used like in 90% of the problems. My next pro, in the bus, most of the buttons still function. Of course, the driver's buttons don't function, but all the lights, like the headlights, the lights inside, they all function. And the doors, they also open like in a typical bus. So I love that they, you know, kept this functionality and that we're still able to use it, that they made sure to preserve that. Yeah, I would say that that's the main list of pros. And as for the cons, I would say that there are quite a few. The main con is that it's extremely cold inside because the windows are not insulated well. And like in the night, you're just constantly waking up because of this chill that's going through your body because of the wind. And if you're here in the winter or in the springtime, you will be cold, but the creators of this bus have ensured that you can stay warm, and they have installed a lot of electric devices and an actual like fireplace so that you could keep warm. So I have mixed feelings about that because the winds don't go anywhere, but you have like electric heating devices to compensate for being cold. So it's like a, I don't know how you can even describe it. You're still cold, and in the long end, you're still cold. So I feel like if they could just isolate their windows a little bit better, that would fix a lot of heating problems. The next con is that when my mother was walking in the forest near this bus, she saw all the seating and shelves that have been ripped out um, from this bus in order to install everything for the glamping. I feel that's very unfortunate. They could have recycled that seating and shelves. They could have put it in a storage container. They could have done something to it, and it just breaks my heart. My main question to the creators of this place: it's been over a year since you guys opened and you haven't done anything to get rid of those seats and shelves. Why are they still in the forest? Why are they rotting there? The next con is that the water and electric systems in the bathroom are placed really close together, and for that reason they pose a fire hazard. They also do not have a fire extinguisher in there, and I would say that I did not feel safe sleeping in that place. I asked my husband, "Are we gonna die?" He said, "Of course not," but I was still on edge. I would really advise them to look into fire safety of glampings because I know that these places burn to nothing really quickly. Another negative aspect of this place is that some of the furniture feels like it's created for babies. I know there's not a lot of space in this bus, but after a quick look through, I realized that all of this baby-sized furniture could be substituted for something an actual adult could use, and nothing terrible would happen. It would still fit in the bus. And my family had a really hard time using the miniature furniture, and that made their experience more negative than it otherwise would have been. I would rate my overall experience in this bus glamping an 8 out of 10, just weighing all the pros and cons. And yeah, that's all for this video, and I'll see you on my channel in the future.